So here we are. She's inside skating, and we're outside in the parking lot, just hanging out. So the last two streams, for whatever reason, just dropped off. Can't figure that out. Everything was going good. But here we are in the parking lot. Somebody asked a question before it kicked me out about their Jeep running funny for like a minute or so when they first started. Like I was saying, I did put a comment, check the idle air control module or sensor or whatever the heck they call it. That could be an issue. Um, Trying to think of what else. I mean, really, it's hard to say, without actually like being there. But I would start with the idle air control. You can pull that out, clean it off really good. Just be careful not to damage it. Um, could be moisture on the coil or loose connection on a plug wire. I said it was like misfiring or something. So you can try checking that. Uh, Sweet. Fire department's coming. It depends too, like what year is the Jeep? Do they have a distributor, or is it on ignition coils? Check it out. Fire department. But yeah, if it was my Jeep, it only does it at idle, and it only does it when it's cold. So yeah, like I was saying before it cut out, the question I would have um, is it raining when it does it? Is it cold out when it does it? Does it do it every time? Is it sporadic when it does that? Um, yeah, you're just gonna have to work it from there. I mean, any kind of maintenance or mechanic work on any vehicle is, like a flow chart. Figure out what it's doing, when it's doing it, and kind of work through it. Process of elimination. And then yeah, like after a minute, it does it just clear itself up? Like how does that work? So those would be my questions. But I would start with that idle air control module or sensor or whatever. It's right on the throttle body. Just take that thing out, clean it, see if that corrects it. You can also you can get a multimeter and try to figure out what's going on with it that way. See if it gets the correct readings that it should. So if it doesn't, it could be bad. But anyway, what's cool is this right here. Every time I come here, oh, it didn't flip. Bam. There you go. It's the Cherokee Freedom Edition. I don't know whose that is, but they must work here because that thing's here constantly. Nice looking Cherokee. I'm not a fan of the purple window tint, but clean Cherokee. So you could do a lot of damage with that thing. If we got our hands on it, we could really put a lift on it, tires, that kind of stuff. All the good stuff. But other than that, we're just hanging out. If you guys got questions, drop comments. A couple people joining in. How's it going? What's up? Yeah, like I said, we're just hanging out. I was cleaning the garage, and then two of the live streams, we had some gnarly storms blow through, and it just dropped the signal. I don't know. But here we are in a parking lot hanging out. If you guys got questions on Cherokees, ask away. I might be able to answer it. Who knows? I'm just killing time. Can't do anything else. I'm just sitting in the car. So, as far as the builds go on the channel, if you're new here, if you're new to the whole thing here I got going on, check out the channel. Next week's adventure. We got tons of videos on there. A little over 1 million views on the entire channel. Bunch of Jeep content. Kind of budget build stuff. So yeah, if Cherokees are your thing, or I got a Mustang I've been trying to work on, get that thing back on the road. I had talked about doing a new build, doing like a van camper, getting like a Dodge ProMaster and building that thing out. Breaking news, that's not going to happen. We're trying something different. I don't know. I wanted to build the van and then be able to travel. I mean, everybody's doing it. Why not join the pack, right? But I just don't see the family wanting to get too involved with it, so I didn't want to spend 30 grand on the van and then build the thing out to not really use it for my intentions. Um, so we're gonna go something different. I'm thinking Ford Excursion, and I'm doing my research on it. I know all about the vehicle. I've been around them. I'd really like to get one with the 7.3 Power Stroke in it, uh, but it seems like a lot of them I'm finding are the 6-liter, which is fine. Neither one of them scare me away. I just prefer the 7.3 liter because, you know, that motor was a workhorse. That thing can take any kind of abuse. So we're going to kind of do the same thing, though. We're going to take everything we've learned from the Jeep, and we're just going to kind of transfer it into the new rig. So I'm not selling the Jeep. Jeep ain't going nowhere. Content for the Jeep will always be around. We're just going to try something different. So let's see. Max finally found a normal YouTube live stream that doesn't compare. Thanks, brother. Yeah, no, I'm just killing time. Like, I was doing it at home in the garage. I had to clean up the garage, so I figured why not. But yeah, I moved locations. It kept dropping. I don't know if it was a storm that came through, kept messing it up. So daughter wanted to come ice skate, and I'm just chilling in the car. Figured I'd jump on here and just kind of ramble. That's all I'm doing. It's just rambling. And that's pretty much all my videos are. Is just me rambling through life, trying to fix things or modify stuff. But yeah, I think we're going Ford Excursion. Should be a good build, hopefully. I don't know. But I basically want to build like a giant land yacht tow rig. So if I want to go to Colorado again or even farther and I don't want to drive the Cherokee that far, we'll have something that can pull and also live in. So the whole goal with it, if you've seen those things, the Ford Excursion, I think it's probably the biggest SUV that you can get your hands on as far as like the length and all that. My goal is just subtle build, you know, wheels, tires, a lot of maintenance work. I'm a huge component or proponent on maintenance. Make things reliable before you try to really get too crazy with them. Because if the damn thing doesn't run, what's the point, right? You're just breaking down everywhere. I mean, breakdowns happen, but I try to like limit the breakdowns while we're out. The Cherokee's always been good. It's left me stranded one time, and that was close to home, so I wasn't worried about it. But yeah, it's one of those things I like to not have happen, as being 1,000 miles from home and the damn thing like quits running and leaves you high and dry. So we're going diesel because the Ford Excursion is massive, and I don't want to waste all the engine power pulling the vehicle, and then especially if I'm going to be towing and making it worse. I don't know. I wanted to do the van, but I'm kind of changing it up, I guess, because I just don't see it getting used, you know, completely for what I hope. So, and that's why I think the Excursion would be way cooler. I mean, that thing's a beast, you know, and take it off road a little bit, nothing crazy, you know, just to get me out there in the middle of nowhere, do some camping. It'll be completely off grid, just like the Cherokee. We'll have, I'm thinking, here's the crazy one. I want to cut a hole in the roof, kind of like a sunroof, but in the back of it, and then put a A-frame style rooftop tent on it, and then somehow have access from the inside of the vehicle up into the tent. That would be cool because, you know, that way you can just climb straight up into it. Alucab or Alucab or however you pronounce it, they make those style tents, but I don't know if you can access from underneath. I'm going to the Moore Expo in April, and I'll probably try to talk to some rooftop manufacturers there and see what's available. I should have done it when I was in Colorado. I went to the one in Colorado, that Overland Expo Mountain West, which was awesome. I was going to do it again this year, but I just don't know if timing, it's always timing with work and all that. But I should have talked to a lot more rooftop tent companies when I was there, because I had actually considered doing a van and then having a rooftop tent on top of it. So we'll see. If I have to buy a tent and then cut a hole in the bottom of it, we'll just have to do it. You know, don't be scared to do something, especially when it's a tent $6,000. There's nothing better than spending $6,000 on a rooftop tent and then cutting a giant access hole in the bottom of it to really just kind of set you going. You know, if you're gonna do it, do it. Now I'm getting a text. I don't know if that's going through, but well. Yeah. I love the Cherokee. I'll never sell it. I just think that having a big tow rig that I can just, run, family can go with it, it just won't be like livable because I was going to do a ProMaster, but I was going to have to put a whole shower and bathroom setup in it. It was just kind of a deal I made with the family to have something like that, but I don't know. As much as I keep going back and forth on the van builds, the cost, I'm trying to pay down my credit card now so I can afford the Excursion, which I found Excursions now for like 14 to 20,000. So, I mean, 14 grand. If I can find one, I like to find one out west and then road trip it home. That would be the ultimate cool. But yeah, the vans, I don't know, like the Sprinters, the Mercedes, oh my God, they just cost too much. And to then have to build it, it would bankrupt the hell out of me. The ProMaster's nice. I've heard people say that, they get stuck even if you spit on the ground. So, gears started turning. I started thinking, should I spend 30 grand and then have to dump more into building it, or just find something big, lunky, and cool, and then just build just a mega land yacht, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. We got time. Like I said, I'm doing this new program where you basically take all the damn money you have and just put it right into paying down your credit card and live off pennies. And it's working. It's just working slowly. Because it seems like every time you turn around, you gotta, put more money into stuff. So, sorry, I'm clearing my updates on my screen here. As far as vehicles, why did I choose the Excursion? It's massive. It's diesel. Did I say it's massive? That's where we're at. Price rise. It's a good price. Like I said, my ultimate goal would be to find one like out west, rust free, or at least have like the surface rust. Nothing like around here. I've actually gone and looked at a couple around here, and they're garbage. They all want top dollar, and you can basically stick your head through the frame because there's just massive holes everywhere. Whereas some of the ones I found in Arizona, New Mexico, they have like the surface rust. I found some in Texas, but Texas kind of scares me because I've heard reports of like a lot of vehicles that come out of Texas all have like sand in the doors because they were like stuck somewhere where it flooded. So I don't want that surprise. But yeah, just gotta find one soon. I'd like to get it around midsummer time, but we'll see. I don't know. Anywho, what are you guys working on? What kind of projects you got going on? I'm just sitting here ranting. I'm just filling time. That's all it is. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So, I think what we might do is go over here and steal that thing. I showed it earlier. I've never heard of the Cherokee Freedom Edition, but it's not bad. I see it up here all the time. I'd drive it, that's for sure. That's 100% bone stock. I can tell just from looking at it. It's just completely bone stock. So if that thing ever went up for sale, that would be one I would probably jump on just to have it and then turn it. Or fully mod it out like an idiot and just wreck a mint condition vehicle. So anyway, not much going on. That storm that came through was pretty nuts. We had pea-size hail. Like I said, for whatever reason, the live stream was going, and then all of a sudden on my screen it says that the connection was going out. Sorry. 24 valve Cummins just went by, and that kind of caught my attention. So, I don't remember what I was talking about. Garage is sort of clean. Move some stuff around. I like to get started working on the Mustang again. I was supposed to work on it all winter, but oh my god, the my garage is heated. I do have a heater out there. It's partially insulated, but just the thought of sliding around on the cold ass concrete working on that thing, uh, I just wasn't excited about it, so I didn't really touch it much. I did like minor stuff. It needed a lot of wiring pulled out of it, so I got a lot of that out. There's still some in there, and then it's just going to be a ground up rebuild. As far as covering it on the channel, I don't know. I started doing videos on it. The whole YouTube thing's got me confused. Like, you're basically feeding the beast. Social media, every day they want you to post, do something or whatever, and it's like, that's cool, but this isn't my full-time deal. I'd like it to be. I mean, yeah, to wake up and just go out and wrench in the garage all day would be freaking awesome, but it's not. So we're building, channel's going, but the garage, I think I might wait on the Mustang a little bit more and kind of like turn my attention towards the garage a little bit. Like I said in one of the streams earlier, I've got, like, it's not a loft, but it's like support beams that go from the brick over to the other side of the garage to like hold the walls up. And I'd like to get somebody to come out and see what it would take to like raise those beams like another 6 to 8 feet, so I have more head clearance in there. I'd love to put a lift in the garage, but I mean, it's just a little like 1.5 car garage. My ultimate goal would be like a barn dominium. That would be crazy. But my house is gonna be paid off in like I think 7 years. So, do you 7 years left on your house? Do you try to sell it, get the equity out of it, and then get something new? And it's like every time I try to talk to the bank about it, like their math and my math don't work out. So they're like, oh, we want to start you on another 30-year loan, and it would be, X amount. And it's like, but no, you know. So I think winning the lottery would probably be the best route. So, I mean, I've tried to research that, but it's just not panning out. Powerball, I keep picking numbers, but they never pick the same as mine for some reason. So I guess we're not going to win the Powerball anytime soon. But I don't know. As far as the garage goes, I like to get more lights in there. I do get a lot of crap. When I'm in the garage or like filming in the garage, people like message me and be like, why do you have construction lights hanging everywhere? You do all this work to the Jeep to make it look nice, and then you got, string lights. It's because they were cheap and they work. But yeah, I need to redo the lights. I have those like 4-foot LED strip lights, which the first set that I bought, they work fine, but they're not as good as the second set for some reason. So I don't know if the company that I bought them from like modified their original product, but the new strand that I got worked really good. So I might buy 2 or 3 more packs of those and then put those up. But my main goal is those center beams in that garage. It's just feels so claustrophobic, and I like to fully insulate it. Like I said, it is heated, but on the Mustang, I'm going to be doing like I did to the Jeep and spraying the whole underside of it with Chassis Saver. And then with it being that cold, through the winter, I really have to crank the heat up in there so that paint will adhere and cure. That was another reason why I just didn't feel like working on the car that much, was because, kicking that heater up to high and letting it run for half a day to get it up to temperature, and then spraying the car and then leaving it at that temperature with the heater on high so that it cures. It's too much of a gamble, I think, because if the temperature's not holding and that paint doesn't cure, then 6 months, a year down the road, that paint could start coming off. And I don't want that car, I don't want crap falling off of it, like undercoating paint and all that stuff. It's got to that car's got to be done right. You know, the Jeep, you know, I'm dragging it through the woods. I'm smashing it on stuff. You know, it gets pinstripes from tree branches. It doesn't bother me. Big dents always bother me. I don't want to, you know, do anything like that, or major breakdowns like snapping axles and all that stuff. That's not cool. But yeah, the Mustang, she's going to be a sunny day only. You know, not a cloud in the sky. Kind of like my little queen, you know, trailer queen if you want to call it that. But I will drive it, but I want it to look good and I want it to stay good. I owe it to that car. I've had that car for 30 years. Um, and it needs to be done like as best as I can do it. You know, I'm not a glorified builder by any means, um, but I try to do as best I can. So I think I owe it to that car to do it right, because it's been off the road since November of 2000. Uh, yeah, but anyway, I don't know. We're just hanging out. What are you guys doing? Got any questions? I tried to answer the first question from the last stream about somebody was saying that their Cherokee was running funny. Hopefully you were able to see that. I tried to like write a comment on the end of that video. I leave all my live streams up just because, you know, YouTube somehow they love it when you do this stuff all the time. But hopefully you got that question or the answer I left. So, but, I don't know. Do you think we should get out of the car and just kind of mosey over there and start looking at that thing? I do need a rear hatch, and his is rust free. It's silver, but I think we could switch it out. Maybe they won't notice. Oh, give it a shot. But yeah, that thing's clean. I like it. So, oh, now it's sunny. It's hot as hell out here now. Should be good with the storms. Somebody was watching earlier and said they were in Kentucky, so I think the storms are moving your way. But, so this is my live stream. I ramble. I ramble a lot. I lose track of things. Lose my focus. And then I ramble some more. And I just wait for comments. I got a couple holas in there. I don't know Spanish, so I mean, I wouldn't be doing any good trying to answer any of your questions, I guess. I don't know, unless you got a translator. So, as far as the Jeep goes, still working on the seats. If you're new to this stream, you didn't catch the other ones. Like I said, we're putting Sahara seats out of a 2018 Wrangler. I don't know what format, JL, JK, JLU, RJ, CJ, whatever. I don't, you know, whatever model that is. So we're doing that. Video on that. I'd like to, if I could guess when it'd be coming out, I would, but I can't. I ordered some metal for it. I had to get, what did I order? It's 2-inch strip steel, 1/4 inch thick to do the underside. Last I heard, the parts in the metal shipped. I ordered 12 feet of it, so if it's unlocked, some interior parts will be good. I know, right? I think it's got black interior too, or like the dark gray or something. I don't know. It's got purple window tint. That's all I know. So I should go over there and peel that off. It's like, man, you got a bone stock Cherokee with purple window tint. Like, that's classic. You know. I have a hard time. I've always wanted to get a manual transmission Cherokee, but I can never find one. Anytime I'm shopping for a Cherokee, it's always automatics. And I just prefer the manual because, I mean, it's not going to leave you stranded so much. You can always pop start it, or you get to choose what gear you want it in rather than the automatic. I've thought about converting mine over to manual, but it's just too much work. So, yeah, I did say I took the passenger seat out of the Cherokee first because I knew I was going to get screwed. Like, I knew if I took the driver's seat out of the Cherokee to switch these seats, I knew that it would just turn into a disaster, and I wouldn't be able to go anywhere anytime soon. So we started on the passenger side, and like I said, we went camping Friday night. It was supposed to rain. I wound up sleeping in the Jeep rather than in the rooftop tent, just because the weather for this week is supposed to be like below normal, and cloudy and possibly rainy. And if I can avoid getting the tent soaking wet, I try to do that. So with the seat out, I'm not going to tell you it was comfortable by any means, but I got sleep. The last time I tried to sleep in the Jeep, I slept like long ways between the two back doors, and that was brutal. Like, it would probably work if you were 2.5 feet tall, but being 6'2", trying to squeeze into the back of that, it was awful. And if it wasn't like 30 degrees outside, I would have probably had more comfort sleeping underneath the Jeep in the dirt. So, if you're over 2.5 to 3 feet tall, I don't recommend sleeping sideways in your Cherokee. That's for sure. I wish I'd brought my glasses now that the sun's out. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just killing time, just hanging out in the car. Daughter's in ice skating, and got the garage pretty cleaned up. It's good enough that I can work on stuff again. It gets out of hand. I mean, you guys know how it is working in the garage, especially a small garage. It doesn't take long before it's an absolute disaster. What else do I got going on? My website. I am still working on the website. It will be nextweeksadventure.com. It's not live yet. I set it up with, what's the name of that company? Dang, I can't remember who I signed up with. That's bad. Anyway, I'm building the website. I've never done it before. I don't know what I'm doing, but we will have a website. I am going to start hopefully putting some like merch line stuff together. Right now I just have stickers. So, and the way it should work, there won't be like shipping, because I'm going to try to keep all that out of there. I mean, it's a sticker, right? Shouldn't take much to send it out. So I will announce, when that's gone live. Like I said, with never have building a website before, this is all new to me, especially with doing merchandise, like tax stuff. Some people say you need it because you're a business, but then other people, like I see on there, they don't. Like, because you can have as like an independent personal company or whatever. I don't know. I'll probably get sued, or IRS will come knocking on my door. I don't know. But for now, we'll just have stickers. The hardest part about it is I have to buy the stickers, because they don't just ship direct. So I have to buy them, get them to me, and then like build up a stock, like inventory of it. And it'll be the same thing if I start doing hats or shirts or like hoodies. We've looked at like lanyards, keychains, cup koozies. And I'm not talking regular cup koozies. I like to get the cup koozies that have the magnet on them, because, I don't know, that just seemed cool. Nothing crazy, I guess. I don't know. The hardest part is like, you have an idea, and I'm not a graphics designer, and I've downloaded software on how to like design stuff, but it always turns out like a little stick figure guy, and it just doesn't look right, And I'm not going to pay a company to do graphics design, because I don't know, that's more money being spent. It's money I ain't got, for sure. Like I said, the YouTube channel, I'm not buying Ferraris, that's for damn sure. But if I need a tank of gas, YouTube seems to cover that. So yeah, it's a slow process. I'm starting to build up my inventory on stickers. I have the OG one, like looks like the compass. And then I call it the race mode sticker, which is like the checkered flag with the YouTube logo. I'd like to do some more better stuff. It seems like I'll spend all that time like designing it, and then to me, it looks not hokey, but it looks like low quality, like not like a legit design, So I'm trying to like get that legit design. So, and then of course with shirts and hoodies, I'll have to purchase all that stuff and then have a supply so that when people put their orders in, they're not waiting an eternity for me to fulfill it. So it's all going to be done out of the basement, on top of a full-time gig, on top of YouTube videos. So there's a lot happening. If you want to start a YouTube channel, I say do it. Grab the camera, not a GoPro. I don't recommend a GoPro. My GoPro has turned to shit and is driving me nuts. So get you a good camera or use your phone. I see so many people now, they film on their phones. That's what this is. I'm doing this on my phone. But I don't know how you can film all that on your phone because the file sizes are huge. And all my videos now lately I started doing in 4K, just to have the best quality I can put out. The quality of the content sucks. I tell you that now, but the quality of the video should be good. But yeah, if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, do it. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It can be a pain in the ass, but it's fun. I enjoy it still. The channel's growing, steady growth. The only problem with it is you're feeding the beast. You know, you gotta stay on it. They want you to post videos and post content, post and post and post. And I started doing that, but then on top of work, all the other stuff, it gets harder and harder to stay on the ball. So, just do what you can. That's what I'm doing now. I'm still showing growth. We're good. Over 1 million views on the channel, so that's got to mean something. Almost 6,000 subscribers now. I'm waiting for that miracle moment where you get like, you just hit some kind of certain subscriber number, and the next thing you know, you wake up and you're like double. Because I keep seeing that on ones. Like there was some ones I watched that they have about the same amount of subscribers I do. Within like 2 weeks, they've got double. I'm like, well, my time's got to be coming, right? Hello, come on now. Yeah. So we'll see. If this whole thing folds up, I mean, it would suck, but that's fine. So we'll just keep plugging along. Owner of the Cherokee has not come out yet, so we can't size them up to see, if it's going to be for sale anytime soon. Like I said, that thing's been there. They drive it all the time, so. What else we got going on? I don't know. The old daily here's running. Thought I blew it up in a video. I did a video on that. I thought I blew this thing up. 203,000 miles on her. She's still going, so that's good. But the biggest question I get is when I told my buddies and all that about buying this Ford Excursion is where the hell am I going to put it at the house? That's a great question, and we'll worry about that when we get it. If you plan now and you said, well, I can't buy it because it doesn't fit in the driveway or in front of the house, like, I mean, come on. We worry about that after the fact. You always buy it and then worry about where you're going to store it. So, we'll see. I can't wait. This should be a fun build. Like I said, it's everything I've learned from doing the Cherokee is just going to kind of carry over into the Excursion. It'll be off-grid capable with a twist. So, in the Jeep, I run the Jackery 500 and the Jackery 1000. I have the 1000 by mistake. It was an impulse buy. It was on sale. Turns out the 1000 doesn't do everything that the 500 does, which is very weird. But we make it work. So the 1000 now is primarily for running my refrigerator, charging my phone, charging my GoPro batteries. And the 500, the sole purpose of the 500 now is diesel heater and my WeBoost for the cell signal booster. With the Excursion, I think we're going to do lithium ion batteries. There's lithium ion and lithium iron. And somebody told me the lithium iron is the better battery to get. I still got to research it. If you guys know, let me know. Not AGM batteries; those are car batteries. I'm not doing that. Um, so yeah, it'd probably be lithium iron because somebody said they can handle the charging and the discharging a lot better. Like it doesn't wear out as fast or something. I don't know. We're gonna have that instead of the Jackeries, and then we'll also have the solar panels on the roof. Somehow incorporate a rooftop tent with an access hole to get in it from underneath. As you know, the Excursions, they have the spare tire inside the vehicle. So I would like to try my hand at building a rear bumper, probably a tubular bumper, and then have a tire swing and then mount the tire outside so that we open up a lot more inside space. Because on one side, I'm going to have like a cook station. So, like a counter, small sink, and then the area for the fridge. And then on the opposite side will be underneath will be the batteries, and then on top will be like a bench slash like inside sleep platform. So like if there's bad weather or something, I can sleep inside the vehicle on a nice comfortable platform. And then like I said, underneath will be all the batteries, the charge controllers, and all that stuff. The middle row will take out one seat, so you have the two on the opposite side, so you can quick and easy access from the back into the front areas. Other than that, tasteful mods, a good set of tires, probably do a front bumper. It just depends on how much it costs to either build it or buy one. Definitely throwing a Harbor Freight winch in there. You know me, I don't want to spend, $3,000 on a super awesome, expensive winch. I can get a Harbor Freight 12,000 pound winch for $300 to $500. Comes with a warranty. I've used and abused mine, and it's working fine. Another thing we'll do, electronics, like inside lights, cabin lights, outside lights. I will also probably incorporate another water shower system, kind of like on the Cherokee with PVC. But because the roof of the Excursion is a lot bigger, we can add way more water. So that'll be cool. Another thing for that will be probably a 180 awning or a 270 degree awning. One of those big ones that doesn't have the legs on it, so I got to look into those. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty gnarly build because I've already figured if I'm going to spend 30 grand on a van plus building it, why not dump that into something of cheaper vehicle and then be able to buy and build more stuff for it. The comparison seems to work out. In my head, the math is great. You know, Realistically, like, this is a bad financial decision for sure, but we're going with it. So my goal would be July, August to be able to get it. If I keep paying my credit card the way I'm paying, and nothing else pops up, we should be good. Once I get that paid off, we'll be all right. We can then afford to sneak the Excursion build in. But lately, it seems like every company I've paid to do work on my house to free up time has like royally screwed me over. And I'm about to have a guy back into my car. He's very close. I mean close. I won't show it. He's right in front of me. GMC Denali. Man, if he would have hit me, I'd have been paid out. You guys would have live. You would have seen it. You guys could have been my witness. I'll cut you in 5%, whatever I get. If you would have creamed this thing, my neck, my back, all that kind of good stuff. And I'd had you guys. Proof. But let's see. I don't even know what time it is. What time we got? 4:38 Central Time. I don't know where you guys are at. So my time, 4:38. Skate session. Don't know what time that ends. Again, I'm just hanging out. I'm just rambling. That's what you do. Feeding the beast. Playing with the algorithms. I seem to get more viewers doing this on my phone. by not putting in any descriptions or, you know, anything that makes sense than I do on my laptop at home, trying to do it for real. So I don't know. I can't figure out the algorithm. I think what happened here, hear me out. I started this YouTube channel about 4.5 years ago. And when I first set it up, I was going through the settings because it asks you all these questions on things. And it said in there, is your channel made for kids? I mean, at the time, I figured, well, yeah, like, I'm not doing anything stupid. You know, I'm not, I don't know, it's kid friendly, I guess. Um, and I clicked, yes, it's made for kids. And then I found out later on that that puts you in a whole different category for channels. You don't get seen as much. It didn't let like notifications work. So when I would post a video, nobody would get notified. It, like I said, it literally puts you in this whole different realm of YouTube channels, which I don't understand because there's kids channels out there that have like 10 million views on one video, like opening a present. Um, so I had to go in there. I found out like 6 months after doing it, somebody told me that by doing that, like I sabotaged my own channel from being put out the way most channels did. So I went in and like that setting was gone, and then it converted over to each video you put out. It asks you if you're is it kid friendly. So now I have to put no, it's not, which all my videos are. I don't like I said I don't do anything stupid and I'm not anything crazy. Try to wash my mouth. I'm not causing damage or danger to anything. So now I have to put no, it's not made for kids, which then puts it in a different category. So I think that's where, I don't know. I'm just talking shit, so I don't even know. So if that was it, then I sabotaged myself right out the gate by clicking the wrong goddamn button, and we're just crawling along now. So I don't even know. Yep, YouTube life. I'm not complaining. You know, I'm monetized. I got monetized three 3 years ago, maybe. So that helped. I had a video that took off. It was the Harbor Freight winch video. Uh, it still gets good views. Two of them now. Two Harbor Freight winch videos. And it was funny because it took off, and then it monetized the channel, and then the views slowed down. And that was right around the time that I found out about that setting being wrong. So had it monetized and then took off, and I didn't screw up the button by clicking the wrong thing, we'd be in a whole different world right now, maybe. I don't know. But it's my own fault. It's fine. Live and learn, right? We'll just keep going. But yeah, it'd been a lot higher CPM or whatever they call it, maybe. I don't know. So there's a lot of buttons on my screen, and I want to push them, but I don't want to push them because I'm afraid if I do push them, it's going to screw up the stream. Because like I said, the last stream, I think that's what happened. I screwed something up by pushing a button. I see it's right here. Little sparkly buttons over here. It's going to push them, but everything could go wrong then. And I don't know what some of these other buttons do. I don't know how people do it. People that go live all the time, or they run around in a public setting holding their phones out. Like, I don't know. I'm in my car. I've had people pulling next to me, and I just kind of like clam up. It's funny. If I'm filming, I try to avoid people. I'm not the dude that's running around like making a big scene. You know, if I could film in a dark closet in the back, I'd be okay with that. So 44 minutes. I've been blabbering for 44 minutes. I mean, that's pretty good. I think I'm doing okay. Am I doing okay? I don't know. I should have drove the Jeep, but then my kid wouldn't have had anywhere to sit because there's no other seats in there. I like getting out and driving it. And by the way, I will tell you, I'm claiming it. I am the only vehicle, Jeep Cherokee, 98 Jeep Cherokee, with historic plates on it. I'm claiming it. It's mine. I'm the only person out there. 98 Jeep Cherokee with historic plates. There's my claim to fame. If that's the only thing I can claim, it's that. Even the people at the DMV thought I was crazy putting historic plates on a 98 Jeep Cherokee, but I did it. I cheat the system. No more inspections. Free and clear. Limited on miles. Unless it's going to an event, which every time I drive it, it's always an event. So, if I have a claim to fame, that's the one. And I'll take it. So, you can see out the sunroof here. It's sunny skies now. The storms are gone. Hopefully everybody out there is safe. I know these ones are pretty wild. We've had a lot of wild storms lately. But yeah, other than that, not much going on. I don't even know how to end the stream. I wouldn't even know what button to hit. I got a circle thing, a microphone thing. Looks like a magic wand with a blue button on it. Plus signs, arrows. I don't even know. So, anywho. Cars driving around. I'm like a dog. I'm distracted easily, you know? But I guess that's gonna do. I'll probably go inside, watch my kiddo figure skate, and then go get some dinner. So, you guys, all my live streams, I'll leave them up afterwards so you guys can laugh at them, watch them, all that kind of stuff. Because why not? Feed the algorithm. It's a YouTube thing. Feed the algorithm. Owner of the Cherokee has not come out, so I can't hound them on if they want to sell it. I doubt it. As much as they drive it, that thing ain't going nowhere. It's a shame. So, alright. I'm gonna go. I gotta answer some text messages, call some people. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you listened in and don't mind me blabbering for 47 minutes and 34 seconds. Because that's all I'm doing. I'm just killing time. Maybe one of these nights when I go camping, instead of trying to film it on my POS GoPro, we'll fire up the WeBoost and try going live from a campsite. So, and it's a lot easier. I just hold my phone or hold the camera and I don't even have to edit. Like whatever comes out, comes out. A lot of my videos are highly edited because I lose my train of thought. And then the things I want to talk about, I talk about super quickly. And I'm just kind of like a lost dog. So maybe one of these times we'll go live out in the woods. And then if Bigfoot does show up, I'm always watching. Bigfoot, if you're out there, come on into my camp. We're cool. I got root beer, snacks, cupcakes. Somebody asked me one time if I carry like a firearm when I'm out camping. Yes, definitely. But not for animals. I said it before. Animals of all sizes don't scare me in the woods. It's people. Because if a bear comes into your camp, you kind of have a good shot at spooking it and scaring it away. If a human comes into your camp, there's going to be a confrontation. You're going to have to talk to them, good or bad. And sometimes in the middle of nowhere, in the woods, it could go bad. So yes, people scare me more than animals in the woods doing solo camps. And yes, I do carry. I got bear spray, but firearm is nearby, just in case. It's for my protection. You know, I never want to use it, but like I said, people make me more nervous in the woods than animals. I would much rather have a bear walk by my camp than a person. Call me crazy. Maybe you're the same way. I don't know. So, all right. Well, I'm going to figure out what button I have to push to end this thing. Hopefully it's the right one. If not, you're going to be in my pocket hearing everything just muffled, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Or you'll be in my cup holder. So I'm going to end the stream. You guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Every view is a good view. I love them all. Comments are good. Try to answer any questions. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Turn on your notifications. There's lots of videos over there. It's 150 videos, I think. And they range from anything. Jeep adventures, camping, hunting, modifying your Jeep. I try to do everything as honest as I can. If shit doesn't work, I'm going to tell you. I've got a couple videos where I did a modification and it didn't work, or I found out something after the fact. So there's a follow-up video. One of them being the power steering pump. I modified it, put the wrong hose on, did an update. So check the playlist. I have a Jeep playlist, live playlist, all that kind of stuff. So all the videos are there. And always watch out for update videos, because you never know. Something goes wrong, I'm going to tell you. Like I said in one of my videos for the rear main seal, I did 2 videos or 3 videos on that. And in that video, I talked about YouTubers out there lying to you, telling you that, you know, they did it in their pair of pliers and a rag. Changed the rear main seal, and there's no problem. Like, there's no way. I did it with precision surgery, and it still leaked. So I had to do it again. I did it 3 times. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine, is watching channels where they say that, like, they built their own rig and blah, 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 but all they did was write checks. And that annoys the hell out of me, because I don't feel like it's being honest to say that you built your own rig, but you couldn't turn a wrench on it if you tried. I try to do everything myself, and if I have to take it somewhere, like the gears, I want to do gears in the Jeep. I can't do that. That's not my thing. I priced it. They wanted like $4,200 to put gears in the Jeep, so it's not going to happen. But that's something that I would have to take somewhere, because you screw that up, it's game over. Like, everything's fucked, you know. So if I have to take it somewhere like that, it's going to be honest. Like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm not going to do it and then say I did it, because there's so many channels out there that I've come across, even big ones, big channels out there that say they built their own rig, and then you see them build something else, and you're like, there's absolutely, without a doubt, no fucking way that you built everything on your vehicle, because what you built in one video is not what you built in the second video, and it looks like shit. You know what I'm saying? So with this channel, I try to keep it as real as I can. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it's fucked up, I'm going to tell you. And that's why I appreciate y'all commenting and all that stuff, because I take your comments and I kind of learn from them, and then I go back and see, because one of the comments that I got on my first messed up video was I used the wrong part, and I researched it, I found it, I did an update on it. You know, honesty is key. So if shit doesn't work, I'm gonna tell you about it, because why not? Again, I'm still rambling. I try to keep my live streams like an hour. I'm at 53 minutes, so that's where we stand. But okay, I'm gonna go now for real. I'm gonna go inside. Maybe. Alright, I'm out of here. You guys, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, check out the playlist. Lots of good stuff. If you have questions on anything, even old comments, I try to go back in there and answer them. I'm still small enough that when I get notifications on stuff, I check them. I don't, you don't get lost. So that's going to do it. I'll let you guys go. See you later. Thanks for watching.